Last time on Astronautica.
Our heroes made their way into the depth of the Daedalus station. There they met the captain, a strange and disturbed fellow who warned them of the curse of the ship. And now, they have jobs. Wonder how long they're going to keep those for, but they've got some new co-workers to meet and a mystery to unravel. So let's get to it, right here and now, on Astronautica.
Right. Well, if you all need anything, I'll be here, most likely. If I am still so fortunate as to continue on in this dreadful world.
You okay there, man?
But yes,
You
absolutely fine, never better.
Okay.
Never a dull day here aboard the aboard the Daedalus.
Yeah. Never a dull day.
As you leave, you see him standing with one hand pressed up against the glass, staring out into the stars. And Nate says, "So that is the captain?"
Yeah. Great guy.
He's an interesting fellow. Is he always like that?
No, only when he's sober. Sometimes, well, a lot of the time he's drunk, and then he's worse. But sometimes he's asleep.
Those are the good days?
Yeah.
Does Crocker know this guy's working here? Is that a... Like, he just, like, has he checked in on him recently? I don't think he has.
I don't think Crocker really pays much attention to what goes on here.
He probably should.
Yeah, you're right.
Just like that.
Anyway, let me show you to your rooms, and then I need to get him a Cuban sandwich, whatever the hell that is. Nate shows you to your individual quarters. We will be resolving these little bits individually, as you are all working separately from each other. Kyler, you are shown to admin. Oka, you are shown to engineering. Hazel, you are shown to security. Oka.
Yes.
You arrive at engineering. You come in to see the dismantled and dismembered husk of the cart that you rode in on. It's been partially chewed away. You see, as you're now not in the throes of combat, that it was sort of eaten in a wave, as it were. So they as it went, there's sort of a clean curved line where they were. And Sasha is there trying to work on it, studying it and seeing what he can salvage. And as you walk in, he looks up and says, "Oh, I remember you.
So you're the new hire, huh?
Yeah, I guess they got me in charge. But here's the thing. You've been working here longer than I am. I'm gonna take your lead.
I'm sorry, they put you in charge of engineering?
That is correct. You heard that correctly.
Well,
They not inform you of this change?
nobody tells me shit around here.
Oh, okay. Who was the last person ahead of engineering?
She was her name was Salome Woods. She was
Salome Wood.
really good at her job.
All right. What, did she retire? Because you're so good?
Not exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, I like to know where my predecessors were, so I can kind of base my, how the workflow, and adjust it accordingly, so it's not too, too much of a shift. I like
Well-
to ease into how you do things.
I would say the best thing you could do is not walk out into space. That would
Oh,
probably be the best way to keep the workflow going.
Did she seem at all distressed or anything before she walked out into space? Or did she just walk out into space? I'm confused. That's not a normal thing for people to do.
I'm gonna have you make a manipulation roll. Are you aiming to be casual here?
Yes.
Yeah, roll for manipulation.
Okay. Okay, where's my manipulation? Okay, so 3. I've got 2 6s.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm dead as I'm rolling pretty well.
Nice.
today.
Partial success.
Yeah.
Yeah, dice have been nice
Dice have been
today.
nice.
It's a,
Yeah.
a rarity in Coriolis, but you love it when you see it.
Yes, very much a rarity. I don't know, maybe it's this kind of like this clear plastic surface dish tray that I'm trying to play off of. It might be bouncing a little bit, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
Sure, why not?
Why not?
That's
I'm
as
just
good a
trying to give
reason
a
as
reason.
any.
I'm like, maybe it's that. I don't know. Physics. I don't know.
All right. You can tell that he believes you. You haven't raised his suspicion. But you get the sense that you're not getting everything out of him.
Okay, that's fair.
He says she was, well, all right. She was fine. Truth be told, she and I were kind of a thing.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
broke it off because she was worried that there could be repercussions if they found out that a superior and not leader were romantically entangled. So
Right. Fair enough.
she broke it off.
Oh well, I feel like that's tough. I can't replace that. But let's move on for a different conversation. So
Absolutely, that's the right amount of time to spend on that. Let's
yeah,
keep going.
because I'm not really touchy personally. I'm not a person. Yeah, that's. I feel weird even hearing about it.
feelings, yuck.
But yeah. What are those? Okay, so great. Well, I'm gonna kind of watch you and observe what you do. I'm gonna get everything settled here, yeah. But first and foremost, I'm pretty chill, my guy, and just you don't have to clock in, you don't have to do any of that stuff. Just make sure you're working and make sure you just talk to me at the end of the day in your shift, and we go through a checklist, and if you did it, you did it. Also, do you want to get high?
Oh, circle.
Sasha looks you dead in the eye and says, I don't think there's anything I want more right now.
Fantastic.
He also reaches into like this old secret compartment in the toolbox. Like he just pulls something up and pulls out a couple of beers.
And he says, "Crossfade."
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He tosses you one.
Y'all get high and drunk together.
Best boss ever.
Oh, man. All right. We will cut over to Kyler. Kyler, you arrive at admin. And Nate says, so, I'm the first mate, but technically I'm admin also. It's sort of a hand in hand thing. I'm not. Look, technically I have been in charge of admin. I'm happy to relinquish that role to you. I don't want it. I don't need it. I think you're great and awesome, and yep, you're good. You're really good, and I think you're gonna do great. Okay, bye. And he starts to walk away.
Okay. Bye. Thanks, Nate.
Yeah?
I open the admin door.
You open the admin door to a flood of papers. It is stacked floor to ceiling with loose papers. They are piled on desks and in boxes. They are, every single surface has been coated in them. They spill out as the door opens. And you see Nate, slowly hobbling away.
Nate, very much Nate?
He stops and tenses, and he says, yeah?
You've been promoted. Well, welcome back. Come help. What is this? This was supposed to be the easy job, Nate.
Look, okay. Mostly admin is easy. The problem is, okay. They started decommissioning the old R&D room, and, well...
I'm just so perplexed why paper? Everything's been digitized for centuries. Why did you go backwards?
We didn't. It was someone in the R&D. They wanted it on paper, I guess. I don't know. And, well, yeah. So, one day, Atherton and Ichigo and Sasha start just bringing in boxes of paper all over, and they wouldn't stop. They put him everywhere. And I've been trying ever since to do that, and it hasn't worked. I'm sorry. I know I'm a failure. I know.
Oh, now where did you get that talk from?
Ichigo, mostly, but also everyone.
Everyone? All right, well, what the hell do they know, right? Yeah, look. Where are you hobbling off to? Do you have somewhere you need to be?
Well, I mean, my leg is still bleeding, but I will happily stay and help you sort papers.
Your leg is bleeding, Nate. Of course you're gonna stay and help me sort papers. You can't walk anywhere. Your leg is bleeding.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. Go! Jesus. Go fix your leg and then come back. For the love of God, come back. I haven't read a book since I was 8.
Okay. I'll be back. I promise. And he hobbles off. You are alone in admin. There are papers on every surface. There are also 2 doors in the back.
Okay. Yeah, I familiarize myself with the space for a minute. I walk around the papers. I check out these 2 doors.
Sure. You do so. The first door opens to a neat, clean, tidy little sleeping bunk. Neat as a pin. There's a little bonsai tree that sits on a nightstand. The bunk has a shower, one of those sort of shower toilet combo things. It's common in bunk rooms. You know, it's like you fold one in and then the shower is there.
Oh, sure, okay.
Yeah. It's not like prison-esque. It's fairly standard in smaller abodes. It has a neatly made bed, a pillow, neatly made. There's not a crease. There's nothing out of place. This bed is perfect. The next room is also filled with papers. The shower is filled with papers. There's a spot on the bed that's been cleared out that looks roughly Nate-sized. You see on the wall is now a picture. There's like sort of a trail of blood over some of the papers. And you can see on the wall is a picture of you with your autograph. You also note there's a diary under the pillow.
Do I be a nosy bitch? This is a murder investigation.
I mean,
this is a murder.
I think we all know the answer to this.
Yeah, I read the diary and I look for specifically something about Josie.
Josie. All right. Josie Finn is the active head of security. There are a couple times that Nate mentions Josie, mostly more recently talking about Josie saving him from robot swarm attacks. And yeah, there's not a ton about Josie in there.
Okay. He said her name with a little, like, bashfulness earlier, so I was like, ooh, little love in the making.
If there is, it's not in here.
Cool.
You get the sense of Nate's daily life. It seems like people aren't very nice to Nate. Some of them are. Josie is. Salome was. Richard Handler, who he goes by Ricky, both of the cooks were nice to him. He also talks about someone in R&D.
Who does he talk about in R&D?
Someone named Dalian.
Dalian.
He also notes each day that they are, every time someone dies, it's mentioned. You have now the order in which they died. The first was Richard Handler, who was the chef. The second was Salome, engineering. The third was Ichiko, who you get the sense was very cold and not nice to Nate at all. Next was Oliver Miller, who was head of security. And then finally was Atherton.
I think we may have already had that order.
He also mentions a girl, mostly just referred to as her. And he talks about seeing her a couple times. There's not a lot of detail. One of the pages is actually torn out. It starts to go into detail, and then it's gone.
Interesting. Any other mentions of this Dalian? This completely new name that was not part of anything. And remind me, did we find out what that taped over door was on the way to the captain's quarters?
The old R&D.
It was the old R&D. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Dalian works in R&D currently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not X, not dead.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Dalian currently works in R&D.
And Dalian was not nice.
He describes Dalian as weird, but interesting.
Okay.
The final entry in it is actually dated today. It's hastily scrawled. There's actually like a little blood smudge on it.
Oh.
All it says is, "Today I met a hero."
Jesus Christ. Ow. Okay, now Kyler has to, like...
As you read that, you hear the door to admin opening behind you.
I stashed that diary real quick.
You do so. Nate comes in and goes, "So, my leg's better, so I'm ready to get to work."
Okay. Nate, do you sleep here?
Mostly.
Right. Well, I'll start out there. Why don't you, your task is to sort through all of this and make it into piles. Make piles rather than layers. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
Great. And yeah, I'll just when you're done with that, what are the hours like around here, Nate? Like, what do we have punch cards or anything?
Well, yeah, I mean, we do punch in and punch out, but it's not like Captain Tanner really pays attention.
Sure.
Mostly the ship runs itself
Okay.
when it's not, misfiring.
Certainly. Organize this space, and we'll see where we're at. Then I'm going to dig out here while you figure all this out.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, Kyler.
I like the sound of that. Yes. Great. Wonderful. I am gonna start digging through admin. Yeah, while he does that.
All right. Where would you like to search? There's two desks, one of which is significantly smaller and more piled than the other one. It looks like there's another desk that used to not be covered in stuff, that sort of stuff got put onto, but there's less refuse around there. There's also just piles hither and thither.
I'm gonna go search the desk that looks like it belonged to Ichiko. And
Absolutely.
I'm gonna first of all, see if there are any personal effects or anything left behind. And I'm doing the general clue sweep, right?
Yes. So you do not find any personal effects whatsoever. You find a pen. I'll give you that. You find a single pen, a nice pen. You do find on Ichiko's desk, as you're sorting through, you start to find some papers that were, everything's being dumped on. There are a couple things that seem to be more neatly tucked away. And you pull them out and you look at them. And the writing is not in any human dialect. It looks similar to the alien writing that you saw above the bar back in the main hub area of the station, Coombs. There was some alien writing above the anglicized version of it. And it looks sort of similar to that.
Well, shit. Cool. I am going to... I'll take these papers and I'll go to Nate's doorway. And, I'll show him the papers and say, do you read, or know, whose handwriting is this?
Oh. Nobody I know. I mean, these look really old. It kind of looks similar to Dalian's handwriting, if I'm being honest. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if it's his, but I've seen him jot a couple notes down, and I don't know. They seem sort of similar.
Interesting. Is there a new R&D? I know that old R&D has been shuttered, but where's Dalian working nowadays?
Oh, yeah, the new R&D is back a little ways. It's actually pretty close to where we got, attacked.
You don't say.
Yeah. Why?
Kyler is, going to turn to Nate and say, how far along is Nate in the process, by the way?
Oh, he's got hours to go.
Nate, this is boring. How would you like a drink? I'm bored, Nate.
Well, I mean, yeah. Sure.
I'll buzz Oka too. I'll send Oka a voice text or whatever, a voice message, and be like, Oka, I'm bored. Come for a drink?
Oh, a drink? Yeah, why didn't you ask me sooner? Fuck yeah. Hey, Sasha, you want to drink with us, or, I don't know, work all night?
Sasha takes a hit and goes, fuck yeah. Yeah, I do.
All right, let's get fucking lit.
And I'm already headed out the door when I message Hazel, too. I'm like, Hazel, I'm bored. This is a boring job, and we should get a drink. Trust me.
I still have to check in with security, so I'm gonna go do that real quick, and then
Okay,
we'll be good.
We'll meet in 40 then. All right, that'll give me time to freshen up.
All right. I'm going to switch over to Hazel. So, Hazel, you're led back to security. And Nate waves you through and then says, okay, I'll see you later. And then heads off. Sitting in security, there is a woman about your age. She's got dark hair in a tight ponytail. She's wearing combat pants, combat boots. She's got a white tank top on. Her arms are covered in tattoo sleeves.
Yeah.
And she looks up at you and she says, hey, obviously you're the new person here. She stands up, puts her hand out, and she says, I'm Josie.
Josie. Nice to meet you, Josie.
She says, all right, let me give you a tour.
Yeah.
Here are the camera feeds. Nothing ever happens here, mostly. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie. Most of our job is making sure that random civilians don't get lost back here. It's pretty easy. You'll be taking the night shift. Sorry. It's not ideal, but we trade off month to month so that, you can get some normal time.
Nah, nights are fine for me.
All right. Well, hey, I like you already. It's pretty good. There's been some incidences recently I actually saw on the camera feed. You know how to handle yourselves. It was pretty impressive. Who are the other ones you were with?
Oh, just some, people I met along the way.
Wow. Well, gotta say, pretty impressive. Yeah, so that's been happening. Nobody knows why. We're trying to fix it, but the ship is really old, and it's just this part's gotta get retired.
Is there anything else going? You said mostly we're just making sure civilians don't get back here, get lost. Obviously get caught up in that whole bullshit, but anything else that's weird going on?
Well, sure. I mean, the captain is a nut job and thinks that the place is cursed. And so some of the more impressionable crew have started to believe him,
Makes sense.
Look.
I mean, we've all met him.
Yeah, he's pretty intense. Look, there have been some incidents of people, you should know this because that's actually part of your job as well, watching the airlocks, making sure that everything's okay. There have been some incidences of people walking out into the airlocks.
They just walk out? Do the cameras catch it?
Yeah. I've reviewed the footage. One of the people who died was, his name is Oliver. He was my security partner. He reviewed the footage, and he said it all checked out for the most part. One was missing, but that happens sometimes. Again, the systems are old, things go down. There have been some technical failures recently in the past month, little power outages and nothing that disrupts the safety, but we've had some gravity failures and this place is a fucking dump. But, I don't know what's causing it. I don't know why people are doing it, but, just keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, for sure.
She looks like she's about to tell you something else, and then she stops. She says, anyway, I'm gonna get some shut-eye, but, good luck tonight. I'm sure it'll be fine, Just keep an eye on the,
Yeah.
keep an eye on the...
Yeah, keep an eye on the airlocks. We got it.
And don't, go into the old R&D section. It's slated for demolition. It's not really safe, just so you know. Don't go in there. Get something, I don't know.
What's going on in there? Why is it not fit safe anymore?
It's just old, things are broken down. A lot of mechanical failures. The AI isn't operating in that area anymore, so if something goes wrong, you're on your own, It's not safe. It's not up to code.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have a reason to go in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Good luck. She heads back. Do you go meet up with Kyler and Oka at the bar?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go meet up with Kyler and Oka, but I want to just make a round, check the airlocks, that kind of shit first.
All right, cool. So you start doing your rounds. I will switch back over to Kyler and Oka. So, Kyler, you meet up with Oka. You have Sasha and Nate.
Oh my god.
Sasha, as he comes around, he goes, "What's he doing here?" Pointing to Nate.
He's come to party.
"Have you now?" And Nate's like, "Yep, here to party. Always down to party."
See, he's an animal. You can't stop him. Good on you, Nate. I clap him on the back.
Nate goes, "Thank you." Sasha chuckles and goes, "Yeah, some party animal," and just walks past. And you all head out. Oka, y'all didn't do any work, did you?
Yeah, absolutely. We did not get any work done.
Just
All
got
right.
fucking blitz.
The cart's still broken. All right. Y'all walk. It's a long walk. And you pass by the old R&D. You pass by the spot where you had been attacked previously. And you round a couple of corridors. And Nate turns to you and says, it's really amazing that you guys were able to just deal with those robots so quickly. It's just... I really think you're gonna be able to figure out what's going on. And at that moment, the doors slide down. And the walls open. And some nanobots begin to pour out.
I draw my pistol.
You do so. All right. You do so. quickly roll for initiative.
All right, rolling for initiative here.
Ooh, doggy, yes.
It is a 5. My initiative is a 5.
I got a 5, but with my pistol drawn, it's a 6.
Shit. Nice.
That means I do remember now something about the initiative bonus. It means I have to use my pistol at some point in those turns.
Yes, you
Cool.
do.
Great,
yes,
great, great.
you do. All right. Top of the order, it's Kyler.
We've got doors sealed, walls open, bots,
2 panels.
2 panels.
Bots coming out.
I will take a quick shot as I also move to the closest panel that I can get to.
You do so. Take a shot, -1.
Oh, wait. I've already had my weapon drawn. Can I take a normal shot at 2?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
To negate that -1. Tight.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be 7 all day. Cool. Nice. Appreciate that. Yeah, I only got 1 success, so I'm not going to push just yet. I got 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. You shoot in, dealing 1 damage. You.
Can I?
Yes.
Actually, I don't want to change any of my actions.
Okay.
But can I change one thing with my cosmic trees?
Yes, you can. What would you like to change?
As one of the doors is trying to shut in the bulkhead, if there could just be like a stray but sturdy enough piece of scrap that is in the way so that it like doesn't shut entirely. Is that too big, or is that a small enough detail?
I will allow it. I will allow it. As the door starts to go, a ceiling tile falls, poof, and just lands vertically, rolls, and is pinned. There is a roughly 2.5 foot gap at the bottom. So that is now true. That happens.
I am still at the panel until everyone makes it under the door, but I've gone to the panel and I've taken my shot.
Perfect.
Thank you, that's all.
You do so. Coming up next, it's Oka.
Got our handy dandy sword out. Got these nanobots, or these not nanobots, so these bots. She's gonna start taking a swing at him.
You do so.
Okay, great. 7 all day because of a bonus. I got 2 6s.
You slash into them, and a good chunk of them are taken out. Was there anything else you'd like to do? You have one action left.
That's it for right now.
That's it. All right. You can save a reaction. It's Sasha's turn. Sasha's gonna beat the shit out of them with a wrench. Wow, yeah. Sasha just like goes ham on these fucking bots. Just goes like, these fucking things, and just starts like smashing them whack-a-mole style with his wrench. Nate cowers, because of course Nate does. And it's the bots' turn. The bots all start swarming towards you, Kyler Morgan Davies. And I would like you to roll an armor check for me, please.
Okie dokes. Is no success.
No success. All right. They begin to crawl up you. They don't seem to be eating you, though. They're not hurting you. One of them does start to creep toward your cicada.
That's what I was worried about.
It doesn't get there yet. Next up, it's top of the order. Kyler, what would you like to do?
Kyler is going to protect his cicada, honestly.
All right.
I don't know what needs to happen for that, but I'm gonna try my best, even if it's like me activating the cicada to get it off of my wrist.
Yes.
But I recognize that it still has like a watch component to it, right, or something.
Yeah. So you could brush them off. That would be that would take a fast action to brush them off.
Okay, cool. I'll go for that. Yeah.
All right, you brush them off. Your cicada is safe. What would you like to do now?
I only have 2 action points left. I'm gonna call to everyone to start making their way towards the door, and I'll just, yeah, I'll keep shooting.
You do so.
I start blasting.
Yeah, you start blasting.
All right. Because I still want that 6 in initiative. Okay, cool. 4, great. All right, that is 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. You blast into them, making a healthy dent. This is a slightly smaller swarm than the one you saw before. All right. Next up, it's Oka.
Yeah, let's keep slashing. Come on, slash and dash, baby. Wait. To make for the door, though. I'm gonna make my way towards the door.
All right. Okay, you make your way towards the door. That's 1 fast action gets you to the door. Another fast action would get you under it.
All right, let's do that.
All right. You, do you want to, like, Indiana Jones it under the door?
Fuck yeah.
All right, you Indiana Jones it under the door. And grab your samurai helmet, except it's not closing, so you just do that, but there's no danger of losing your helmet, but you get your helmet back.
Nice.
All right, it's Sasha's turn. Sasha's also going to do the same, as is Nate. They both get out of the way and into the next room. It's now the bot's turn. They're gonna try and swarm you, Kyler, but you're able to fend them off. They do not get to you. Kyler, it is now your turn.
I'm going to... Yeah, everyone's under the door. I am stop, drop, and rolling.
All right. So you dive through. So you run and dive. That's 2 fast actions. What would you like to do with your final action?
I'll pop off just to keep my initiative where it is. I'll pop off a rando shot.
Cool.
That's minus
1.
Okay. Cool. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. 1 success.
All right. You blast in, taking a chunk of them out. Next up, Oka, your turn.
All right, because there's a little distance, I would like to switch the weapons to my pistol,
You do so.
and that would be considered a fast action, correct?
That is a fast action, which gives you
All
2
right,
left.
then I'll try to aim and fire off a couple, just around.
Yeah, shoot. Ranged attack.
Okay, 1. Okay, cool. All right, ranged attack. Where's that? Okay, wow, I don't get too much for this. I should probably just do that.
Yeah, you better at big smashing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do a dark point.
All right.
'Cause I
Hell
did
yeah.
nothing for that. I got 1 success.
1 success. You blast into the crowd, making a healthy dent. It's Sasha's turn, and Sasha's gonna look around and be like, do we need this open for any reason?
None that I can think of.
Great. Sasha's gonna grab his...
Wait. Do we have everything, or is everyone here?
Everyone's here.
Okay. Yeah, not that I can think of. Great.
Sasha grabs his wrench and is gonna hit the piece of ceiling, knocking it out. The door shunk closes. And you can just hear the sort of like ticka of the bots on the other side. But you are now safe and out of initiative.
Nice.
Christ.
2 times in one day, is that normal?
No, it's not normal. But nothing is around this fucking ship, I swear to God. Everything's falling to pieces.
Well, that's why we're going to get a drink, and it's all gonna be fine. There's no other reason we're going to get a drink.
Fucking fine by me. You make your way to the bar. Galliar is still there, just polishing glasses. It's a little bit quieter now. It's later in the evening. There's people around. You actually see the pangolin and the little plant robot have moved to a table, and they're continuing a conversation. It looks like they're eating some food. Well, the pangolin is. The plant's drinking water and sunning itself with a light. As you walk in, Galliar sees you and goes, "They did come back. They did come back. Pay up." And you see a human who's sort of sitting in the corner going, and like slides a like a little, well, doesn't slide a tenner. They bip, and there's a little money transaction. And he says, "Welcome back. How are you? You look like you've had quite the day. What the hell happened to you?"
Spider bots.
It's... we're being honest. Yes.
Spider bots? You mean the deconstruction swarm?
Yeah, they attacked us. It was wild.
Did they? Well, that's interesting.
Not a big deal. That's a malfunction, I think.
Deconstruction swarm. So this is like a... Who exactly is in charge of the deconstruction and the decommission? Like, who owns these swarms?
Well, they're owned by Crocker, but they're run by the ship itself. It's supposed to be on a standardized decommission schedule.
So I feel as if the bots probably act like antibodies almost, right?
Perhaps. I think they just eat what they're told to eat. As far as I know, they don't target organic life. They only eat inorganic materials. And that's about it as far as I know. Mostly, though, they tend towards the most abandoned outer reaches. How did you encounter them?
They are pretty active in the aft of the ship, in the old quadrant, you know? Galliar.
Yes.
The large gentleman down there, and I sort of point towards Sasha. He's been talking a pretty big game, and I want to surprise him. It's his birthday, right? And he and Oka are sort of a feather. He heard about your family recipe, and
he's already got the bottle. He has a shot. He pours it and he goes, "On the house," and hands it. He hands it with one hand, and the other 3 hands do an open-armed, magnanimous gesture. And Sasha looks around confused and goes, "Fucking all right." And he takes a shot and is immediately unconscious.
I pull the papers out to show to Galliar.
As you pull the papers out, you realize that the bots got to them. Not fully.
Okay.
You have a scrap left with a bit of writing, but the majority of them are gone.
Son of a bitch! I swear there was more. Oh, God. Okay. Galliar. This looks like the same sort of characters that are above your bar. Do you know what this is?
Oh, yes. This is Jacani. This is my language.
Fuck yeah.
What does that say? This little scrap here.
He takes a look at it and parses it for a moment, and then he says, "Interesting. I see M-hole, Denight, access. And the last one seems to be a name that I'm not familiar with.
Sorry, M-hole, as in like, or am hole.
No, M-hole. It's cut off. It doesn't look like there's a space. Yes, M-hole, Idnight, access, and then a name.
Can you give me a rough translation of whatever this name is?
Oh, it's one of yours, yes. Sarah.
Is that with an A-H-E-R-A-H?
A-H.
They're so particular. You never want to get it wrong when dealing with a Sarah.
It's spelled S-I-R-R-A-H. Sarah. No, it's Sarah with an H.
Interesting. Wormhole Midnight Success Sarah. What could it all mean?
I haven't a clue. I suppose you could ask my brother.
Your brother?
Yes, Dalian. He works in R&D.
Oh, well, that would have been a smart choice, maybe.
How would you like a drink?
I'd love one. It's been such a day.
He gives you... Let's see how he does. Fucking Christ. He gives you all just the best, most perfect drink you've ever had. Now, Hazel.
Yeah.
You are out on patrol. You've passed by the airlocks. Everything's quiet. You've passed by engineering. You've passed through by the captain's quarters. You can hear some music coming faintly from the captain's quarters. And you're making the rounds. And you reach the cordoned off R&D room.
Yeah. Can I see if there's sounds coming from the other side of that door?
Yeah. There aren't. But the door is, as you get close, you realize the door is actually slightly ajar.
Oh. Yeah, I wanna go in there.
Yeah, you do. You walk in to the darkened room. Hey, do you have your visor on?
I probably would, yeah.
The infrared one?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it set on to infrared or no?
Probably was not, but is it dark in here?
It's quite dark.
I would put it to infrared if it was dark.
You walk through the darkened, derelict room. There's bits of experiments. There's computers. All of it in total disarray. There's papers everywhere. Desks. This place hasn't been touched. Well, it hasn't been used in a long time. As you're looking, I'm gonna say for you, it hits about midnight. It's actually
Okay.
midnight on the dot. And you hear a sound. It sounds like crying.
Midnight on the dot?
Yeah.
Which way is it coming from?
Deeper in the room.
Okay. Shit.
It sounds like a small girl.
I'm going to very slowly try to, walk over there, continuing to scan all around me to see if anything picks up on that infrared. Does this thing have any other modes, like night vision or anything else?
It's just infrared currently.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep doing that, I guess.
You walk further in. The crying gets louder.
Louder, not closer?
Closer.
Okay.
Louder. You round a corner, and you don't see anything.
Oh, fuck, because it should be right in front of me, right?
Yeah? Do you deactivate the infrared?
Yeah.
You do so.
Do I see anything?
There's a small girl holding a teddy bear.
But she's not... Does she look human?
Yeah? She has long, straight brown hair. A cute little button nose and freckles. And she looks up at you, and she says,
Daddy?
Nope. I'm not your
She
dad.
screams, and your electronics go dead,
Oh, fuck.
and then she's gone.
Well, that was spooky. The hell's going on this ship anyway? I mean, ghosts ain't real, right? Or are they? And what's the deal with the captain? And all the people walking out into space? Are all of these somehow connected? And connected to the spider bots attacking too? Well, you best stick around and find out next time on Astronautica.
Hey everybody, Matt here, your friendly neighborhood GM. I just wanted to take a moment and thank you all so much for listening to our podcast. We have a ton of fun making it, and I hope you have as much fun listening to it because it's great. If you like our show and want to support us, please check us out on Patreon, where for as little as $1, you can help us keep this going. Also, I just wanted to take a moment to thank my wonderful players, Ian Mutiner, Benjamin Timothy Jenkins, and Lauren Alice Dinney. They are wonderful and they ruin all my plans, and I literally could not do this without them, so I am eternally grateful. I also wanted to take a moment to thank Shersty Jorgensen, who designed our awesome logo, and also to thank Harrison Campion, who is my musical partner in crime. Anytime you hear a sick bass lick, that's Harrison. He's pretty great, and he's far more talented than I am, so I'm happy to have him around. I also want to take a moment just to thank my wife, Angie Feek, for all of her love and support, and for her continued input in the story. She's already made it so much better, and I'm super grateful. And finally, thank you to EJ Schumacher and Lauren Pratt, our first two ever Patreon supporters. We're so grateful. Seriously, there's a lot of cool stuff. Get in on that. There's unedited shows where you can see how much we don't know what we're doing. You get all of the music from the shows. So if you just want to like listen to some sci-fi ambient stuff, there will be one-shots that we run, and it might not be me. It could be Ian or Ben or Lauren, any of us doing this. So there's a lot of really great content for you to check out. Go over to our Patreon, check it out. And finally, thank you all so much for listening. You guys are great. Stick around. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up.